Hi LEGO fans! I'm back with another 2020 LEGO Harry Potter set, and this time we're venturing into the Forbidden Forest in search of Dumbledore's secret weapon. Today I'm going to be unboxing, speed building, and reviewing set number 75967, Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter from LEGO Harry Potter. We'll also be recreating some iconic scenes from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and reuniting every LEGO Delores Umbridge minifigure ever made. Ugh. Retailing for $30 US, 25 Great British pounds or 30 euros, this is a 253-piece set recreating a scene from one of my favourite movies, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Hermione entices Umbridge into the Forbidden Forest where they are ambushed by Centaurs and attract the attention of Hagrid's half-brother Grawpy. As well as a buildable Grawp who bears more than a passing resemblance to Fred Flintstone, the 253-piece part count includes 5 minifigures. Not one, but 2 creatures of near-human intelligence, the Centaurs, Senior Undersecretary and foul, evil gargoyle, Delores Jane Umbridge, Hermione Granger or Hermy to her friends, and the same Harry Potter we got with the Attack on the Burrow set. Over on the back of the box we get a closer look at what's inside and some rather nice product photography. It looks like Grawpy is poseable and is also capable of grabbing stuff. We also have a set of handlebars complete with bicycle bell, which is how Grawpy and Hermy bond. There is a glaring continuity error in this scene and I'll show you exactly what I mean later in the video. We also have a buildable tree, otherwise this would be a pretty poor Forbidden Forest set, and it looks like the tree opens up to reveal some of Grawpy's playthings. Grawp is Hagrid's half-brother, and Hagrid asked Harry and Hermione to look after Grawp in the event that he got fired. With this nasty piece of work running Hogwarts, it was only a matter of time. I can't wait to get this set built, so without further ado, let's tear open the box and see what we've got inside. Here's everything that came inside that box. We've got 2 very shiny bags of LEGO, a 39-page instruction booklet for the tree, a 41-page instruction booklet for Grawpy, and a teeny tiny sticker sheet for Grawpy's clothes and chest hair. I'm going to go ahead and put together set number 75967, Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter, and today this is going to be a 60-second speed build. And here is the completed 75967 Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter. Build time today was 35 minutes, and I must not tell lies, it was pretty easy to put together. It's also rather a good looking set. Grawp turned out a lot better than I thought he might, and the minifigures, especially those Centaurs, are very nice indeed. We're going to start out by taking a close-up look at Grawpy, then we'll take a look at the tree and see what lies within. We'll also be taking a close-up look at all of the minifigures, and recreating some of the best bits from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Haga! Hermy! It sounds like somebody's getting a little bit restless, so let's go check out Grawpy. So this is Grawp the Giant and Hagrid's half-brother. He was born in about 1931 to the giantess Fridwulfa and her human husband Mr. Hagrid. Grawp was bullied by the other giants for being so small, but as you can see he's considerably bigger than his half-brother Hagrid. Grawp is estimated to be about 16 feet tall, but in the case of the LEGO version is about 5.5 inches. I was really pleased to find out that Grawp comes with a printed face. Trying to apply stickers to curved LEGO pieces is never fun. I think the printing came out pretty well, and this is recognisably Grawp. Probably the most complicated thing about putting Grawp together was his hair. This uses a bunch of different elements. I think I counted at least 7 different types to make up all of that texture. Okay, so it looks a little bit silly if you hit it at just the wrong angle, but overall it's a very effective haircut. You will find some stickered detail on the front of the body. There's a stickered piece for Grawp's chest hair and 2 stickered 1x2s for his vest. Beneath that you'll find an uncharacteristically flat stomach. I'm pretty sure Grawp is meant to have quite the pot belly. You may recognise this element as the hood of a car, and ironically it was used for the hood of the Flying Ford Anglia in the 4-privet drive set. I love the way the design uses a jumper plate for Grawp's navel. It's so simple but so effective. Moving down the body we come to Grawp's ragged shorts. In hindsight, I wish I'd have put those stickers a little higher up to avoid the gaps. Or LEGO could have just done the decent thing and given us printed parts. As you may have noticed, Grawp does have some degree of posability. This is great for grabbing stuff and such. He's definitely not as sophisticated as some of the LEGO mechs, and the legs do just go backwards and forwards, there's no pivot at the hips here. That said, it is really simple to get Grawp to sit down, and I think this is a really nice position to display him in. You can really tell where LEGO cut corners when you turn Grawp to the side and see the holes in his legs. Compare him to something like the Hulkbuster Jr. and you'll see that he's in a very different league of build technique. That simplicity looks even more stark when you take a look at Grawp from the back. We've got a bunch of plates here with anti-studs showing. What Grawp does have is just the right amount of articulation to make him fun and keep the price point low. The arms are on ball joints, which gives them a good degree of articulation, and we have these fists on the end. The hands do look a little bit awkward but have been cleverly moulded. He can grip smaller objects like this chicken leg, but unfortunately cannot get them to his mouth. Turn the hand the other way around and it's useful for grabbing bigger objects like Hermy. Grawp, put me down! Now! Grawp may not be the most elegant LEGO build, but he is great fun, and I know Grawp and Hermione are going to be the best of friends. Grawp eventually left the Forbidden Forest and went to live in the mountains near Hogsmeade. He actually proved rather useful during the Battle of Hogwarts and helped the students defend Hogwarts Castle. Now of course this couldn't be a Forbidden Forest set without some of the Forbidden Forest. As such we have this functional but not terribly elaborate tree. The Forbidden Forest is a great place to have a party because it's full of fun guys. This tree is no exception, and we have 2 toadstools sprouting from the trunk. I love the sand green sausages that the designers have used as stalks. The only thing I'm not so keen on is the red dish which they've used for a cap. In past Harry Potter sets there was a really nice printed element. This would have looked about a million times better if LEGO hadn't taken shortcuts. Other than the decorative fungi, this is a pretty standard LEGO tree. We have some of these olive green leaves, and larger green elements up in the canopy. There are also some curved pieces to make up the branches, and 2 cylindrical elements making up the trunk. You may notice down at the bottom and also at the top that we have a couple of hinges. Unlike most normal trees, this one does open up, revealing some space for Grawp's stuff. Inside we find a pair of handlebars complete with gold bicycle bell, and some other necessities to keep Grawp happy. There's a lantern to help him see in the dark, the chicken leg we saw earlier, and the remains of last night's dinner. The handlebars, as you may recall, were a reconciliatory gift to Hermione after the misunderstanding with all the grabbing. I think nowadays Grawp might have been in a lot of trouble. This scene in the movie has quite a glaring continuity error. We see Grawp playing with the handlebars and ringing the bell. He then hands them over to Hermione, who does the same, but cut to the next shot and Grawp has magically got the handlebars back. Just to prove this is an error, we cut back to Hermione and she has empty hands. One last detail to point out is the spider hanging from the tree. In the words of young Mr. Weasley, why does it have to be spiders? Why couldn't it be butterflies? So that was the awesome Grawp and a pretty mediocre tree. Now let's check out the minifigures and see if we can figure out what got the Centaurs so riled. Considering the $30 price point, we actually get a respectable 5 minifigures with this set. Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, Delores Umbridge, and 2 Centaurs. Well, I guess it makes most sense to start off with the boy what lived, Harry Potter. Well, I guess we could always go with Professor Umbridge first. This is Senior Undersecretary, Dark Arts Professor, Hogwarts High Inquisitor, Headmistress and Hater of Children, Delores Jane Umbridge. Ironically, Professor Umbridge is actually a half-blood, and on turning 11 she was sorted into Slytherin House. Starting at the bottom we have legs dual moulded from dark pink and flesh-coloured plastic. The torso print is nicely detailed and shows off the hideous pink mohair jacket she wears. Also on the torso, you'll notice the metallic gold cat brooch. Around the back, you might be able to make out the flecks of detail in the jacket. If you check this out in the movie, you'll see it was really rather fluffy. The toad-like face is enough to scare the bejesus out of any Hogwarts student. The alternate expression is absolutely fantastic and shows Umbridge in a pure state of terror. It's perfect for recreating the scene where the Centaurs drag her away. The wavy brown hair is a good choice and really does suit Umbridge. Now, this is not Umbridge's first outing as a LEGO minifigure. In fact, with varying degrees of hideousness, LEGO has actually produced 3 minifigures and 1 microfigure. The first and most valuable is the HB080 minifigure, which came out in 2007. This appeared in the 5378 Hogwarts Castle set and is worth between $60 and $80. The next and most hideous version came with the Harry Potter minifigure collection in 2018. The lines on the face of this minifigure are way too dark and makes her look totally freaky. The HP172 Delores Umbridge is worth about $10 to $12. Also from 2018, but much less valuable, is this statuette from the 71043 Hogwarts Castle. You can pick one of these up on Bricklink for about $1. So out of all of these Delores Umbridge minifigures, which one is the best? Honestly, I've got to say it's the 2020 version. The costume is exactly screen accurate, and I really do think they've nailed the face. Getting back on track, this is Patronus conjuring, DA leading, boy what lived, Harry James Potter. Harry is wearing standard minifigure legs, and then we have a torso print showing a grey hoodie over a red t-shirt. Around the back you'll find a little bit more printed detail for the hood and some creases. The face is exactly what you'd expect from Harry Potter, and even manages to capture the bushy eyebrows of Daniel Radcliffe. The alternate expression is not quite as happy, and I have to wonder why. Maybe he's run out of ink for the quill that he borrowed from Professor Umbridge. Okay, so Harry may not be a new or exclusive minifigure, but he is perfect for the Order of the Phoenix era. I mean, with a stylish haircut like that, how could Cho Chang resist? Moving swiftly along, it's Muggle-born Mudblood and wannabe time traveller Hermione Jean Granger. This is an absolutely stunning minifigure and possibly my favourite from the set. She's become a grown-up and confident young woman and looks like she's just stepped out of the movie. The legs are very standard plain black minifigure legs, but the torso is wonderfully detailed and recreates the costume from the movie perfectly. There is some more printed detail around the back, but check out that hair, it's beautiful. It has volume and style, and LEGO couldn't have picked a better element for the character. Speaking of character, check out that facial expression, it just is Hermione. The secondary expression is awesome and shows a very much more aggressive Hermione. To illustrate just how good the 2020 Hermione minifigure is, here she is compared to the very first Hermione minifigure from 2001. What a difference 19 years makes. Finally, for our melee of magical minifigures, we have these fantastic Centaurs. For the body of the Centaur, we have a completely new element with 4 legs. They are moulded out of 2 different colours of plastic, hence the differently coloured tail. In fact, if you take a look underneath, you can see quite a lot of that different coloured plastic. The Centaur's weapon of choice, much to Grawpy's displeasure, is the longbow. We also have a quiver clipped to the top of the body for a little bit of extra ammo. On the top of the legs we have somewhere to clip a torso and also a couple of studs. It means you can do crazy and fun stuff just like this. LEGO hasn't assigned names to these Centaurs, and the minifigures are both identical. It did however make me wonder which one of the Centaurs these guys are based on. It can't be divination teacher Ferenz because he had white blonde hair, a body lighting colour and astonishingly blue eyes. These guys could however be Megorian. He was described as being chestnut in colour with black hair. The torso print is nicely detailed and shows a six-pack I could only dream of. This guy certainly has some muscles and some straps for carrying stuff. In fact, if you look around the back you can actually see the stuff. This is quite a detailed print and I think it shows a quiver of arrows. Kinda redundant I guess when you've got the one on the side of the body. The facial expression is both aggressive and very detailed. We have teeth bared and this guy means business. There is of course an alternate print which shows a slightly less aggressive expression. The long sleek black hair which comes down to the Centaur's waist is perfect for the minifigure. This reminds me somewhat of Lucius Malfoy's hair but in black instead of blonde. Given the name of this set is Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter, I guess we should explain the backstory. After getting caught breaking into Umbridge's office to use the flu network, Delores is intent on torturing Harry with the Cruciatus Curse. Hermione, improvising, distracts Umbridge by promising to reveal Dumbledore's secret weapon. They lead Umbridge into the Forbidden Forest and take her to the place where Hagrid was keeping Grawp. With no secret weapon to capture and impress Cornelius, Umbridge flips out and reveals her true feelings about children. At the same time, a pack of 2 Centaurs arrives on the scene. Umbridge, hiding behind Harry and Hermione, insults the Centaurs and is rightly and justly met with deadly force that she has to repel with the Shield Charm Protego. Not taking this challenge to her authority lightly, Umbridge uses the Incarcerus spell to bind one of the filthy half-breeds in rope, causing great distress to Grawp's pal Hermy.
Enough! I will have order!
At that point, Grawp arrives on the scene and seizes Umbridge. The Centaurs, unimpressed at losing their prize, start attacking Grawpy. Quickly realising this encounter is above his pay grade, Grawp decides to give Umbridge a lesson in the laws of gravity. That had to hurt. As the now very riled Centaurs close in on Umbridge, she pleads with Harry to tell them she means no harm. Harry, with perfect deadpan, drops one of the best lines of the movie. "I'm sorry, Professor, I must not tell lies." After the "Do you know who I am?" line fails, Delores gets dragged away by the group of Centaurs to do whatever they do to middle-aged ministry employees. For a $30 set, this actually seems to be pretty good value. Sure, the tree is a bit meh, but I really like Grawp, especially with those grasping hands. We have a solid collection of 5 minifigures, including for the first time those Centaurs, and the Delores Umbridge minifigure is, in my humble opinion, the best yet. But my favourite minifigure from this set has to be Hermione Granger. The designers really paid attention to her costume and also that of Delores Umbridge. This set gives you everything you need to recreate some of the key scenes from the movie. All except the string, of course, which I added for dramatic effect. It might have been nice if LEGO actually included that in the set. So that was set number 75967, Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter from LEGO Harry Potter. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did hanging out with my pal Grawpy. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more LEGO Harry Potter goodness. Next time we're heading back to the castle for a little Christmas soiree with Professor Slughorn. We'll be checking out the 75969 Hogwarts Astronomy Tower and seeing how it looks joined up to the previous 3 Hogwarts sets. If you've not already checked out my reviews of the other 2020 LEGO Harry Potter sets, be sure to check out the playlist at the end of the video. Thanks a million for checking out today's review, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next build video.